My name is Jim, and I install solar. And what that means is that we are putting solar panels mostly on top of roofs. Sometimes there's ground mount systems that we're putting solar on as well, but we're the work that we're doing is that we are offsetting any electric that is normally provided by the utility companies such as AEP, um, and we're using solar to produce all of that power instead. So basically, first thing that happens is people call in and ask about solar, and then we give them an estimate. If they go with us, then at that point we get some engineering, some drawings completed, so on and so forth. And then once all of that is completed, then permitting and so on and so forth, making sure that the city is on board with things. And then when we can finally come out, then we kind of visualize what we're going to do first. Like we're always like from the ground first off, looking at where we can uh, where we can build our solar arrays. Once we are done visualizing, then we start by laying out, which means like mapping. Um, so knowing the dimensions of the solar panels, how many solar panels are going to be on the rooftop. So we measure all of those distances and figure out, excuse me, figure out exactly where everything will fit on a rooftop. Sometimes it's pretty simple because the rooftop is big. Other times we've got a bunch of different peaks and valleys all over, and we have to have several different subarrays of solar panels, and those ones have to do a little bit more careful planning on those ones to make sure everything fits the right way. So after mapping, then we start securing, like attaching rails to the rooftop, and then those rails are what the solar panels actually attach to after that. At that point, and then once we have all of the material installed that needs to be secured, then we can install the solar panels. So our current state of the project right now is, I'd say we're nearing the halfway point. Um, right now we have all of our solar panels, or not solar panels, we have the rails installed, and um, the next step basically is to start setting those solar panels, which is actually a very quick process, putting the solar panels down. The hardest part of it is actually carrying the solar panel on your shoulder up the ladder. But once you get up there, it's a very quick process of just setting it down and um, securing it to the rail. Um, and then what else we have to do currently is we need to finish getting our um, wire from inside the garage here to the outside. Um, and that'll be a little bit of a process. We have to get some conduit connected down through the side of the garage and down all the way through the interior of the garage to the panel, the main service panel. So yeah, we're probably roughly halfway done with this system right now. What led me to EcoHouse Solar is I have a degree in environmental science. I've always had an interest in the sciences all throughout my schooling, from grade school through high school, and then eventually even I went into college and studied environmental science. Um, my pathway of getting here is a little bit indirect because I I didn't have much opportunity to use my environmental science degree once I graduated. To, Not to go into specifics, but just things were not great in the economy at the time. And so eventually I actually started doing electric, a commercial electric company that works here in Columbus. And I worked for them for nearly 8 years. Um, and all the while, I knew I always wanted to get back into environmental work, and so after after almost 8 years, I thought that it was time to start looking again, and solar had been getting really it has it's close to booming at this point, I would say. There's a lot of money in solar, so there's a lot of jobs available currently in solar, and so I just I heard about EcoHouse Solar because I listened to NPR News, and they've got some advertisements on there. It's like that's a good it sounds like a good company, so I looked into them some more and um, put in an application, and here I am. And I've been here for about 4 months now.